Alright guys, welcome back. Central Florida Prepper here. Today's topic is water. Alright, now I've done videos in the past about water, so yeah, doing another video about water. I want to show the importance of storing drinking water and how we do it here at the house. Now, we are currently at our limit as far as how much water we can store in our home for drinking purposes only. Now, I do store extra water outdoors here in the shed for bathing, hygiene purposes. But for drinking water, we keep inside the house because we can regulate the temperature there with our solar system if necessary. We also have water at our relocation refill spot, I guess I could call it. It's not really our bug out spot, but it is one of our spots that we will go to refill our supplies. So yeah, what extra we had here that we just could not store, we had moved to that location so that we have water there no matter what. Now, storing water, of course you want to store water. You also want to have other means of collecting water, like rain catchers, things like that. We do have two 55-gallon drums, and I also have a 70-gallon drum that can be attached to our gutters and collect water. But that rainwater is going to have to be processed. We can't just collect it and drink straight from it. The green algae stuff that grows down here in Florida everywhere, the pollen, yeah, you definitely want to filter out that water, boil it, make sure it's sanitary before you start drinking it. So don't just start drinking rainwater or gutter water. But we do have ways of collecting water. We also have a couple water sources nearby our location that we can actually walk to and collect water and bring back. It's one of the reasons why we also store water in 5-gallon buckets. It's easier for us to load up 5-gallon buckets, whether it be a cart on a bicycle or if the vehicles are still running in the vehicles. So we do have those too. Practically there's nothing wrong with it because we flush our stored water everywhere between 4 to 6 months. The last time I did it, I believe, was 4 months. So I decided to just go ahead and do it now, get it done. In the first year, do it all over again. Can the tap water be stored longer? Quite possible. It's just what I do. Alright, I like having fresh water. 4-month-old water that's sealed up and it's been temperature regulated out of the sunlight, I have no problem with. 6 months, yeah, I guess you could. I mean, there's enough chemicals and treatment that's coming out of that tap water to keep that water that you have stored safe, as long as it's stored at the correct temperatures and out of direct sunlight. Yeah, it should be alright. But our recommendation as far as what we do here at the house, it don't mean you have to do what we do. It's about every 4 to 6 months we flush everything that we have water stored in. We wash them, we rinse them out, we double rinse them, make sure there's no soap in it, anything like that, and then refill them, put them away. Alright guys, so I'm going to bring you into the house. I've dug all of our water bottles out, and that supply is to run 2 people. Okay, it is not the biggest supply of water. It is what we currently have in stock here in our home. Like I said, we just run into storage issue. I'm coming up with creative ways on where I'm going to put stuff, but water takes up a lot of room. Water weighs a lot. We're kind of in between store water, or do we put our stored food in that location? So yeah, it's a lot of you got to keep your stuff organized. I'm sure I could ramble some stuff up together and like shove things here, shove things there, but if I don't remember where it's at, what good is it going to do me? Anyway, let's go inside. Okay guys, so drinking water. As you can see, we've only got 40 of our 5 gallons. Now these are things we store in the house. We got some 1-gallon milk jugs, and we got a lot of 2-liter and 3-liter combinations there. We actually have, I just go ahead and round up or round down the 3 liters, and I just count them as 2 liters. We have 117 of those. So basically, putting everything together, and I know 2 liters is more than a gallon, but we just round it down to a gallon just to be on the safe side. That gives us 158 gallons of water that we keep stored in our home. Well, with 2 people living in the home for drinking water purpose only, and not even counting our cooking, which will drastically cut back our water supply, let's just say it's for drinking purpose only, that is 79 days of water over 2 months. The reason why I pulled all this out for everybody is because I wanted you to see exactly about what 2 months supply of water really is. A lot of people don't put enough stock with their waters. Now, I always hear concerns, well, you shouldn't use 2 liters, you shouldn't use gallon jugs. Alright guys, talking from experience here, gallon jugs, milk jugs, and 2-liter bottles, they last for years. Alright, every 4 months, we go through and flush every single bottle, every single gallon we have. Now, when we start seeing gallon jugs that are lower, we pull those out of our stock. Anytime we see that little bit, we pull that. It means it is leaking. Alright, now that particular jug could have been damaged somehow. Sometimes I stack jugs. I don't go any higher than 2 high. But yeah, I put a board between it. You know, I have a base of 6 or 9, and then I'll put a board on top of it and then stack more. But anytime we see that, we pull it and replace it. Alright, so when we check our stocks every 4 months, we are checking every bottle. We're seeing the water levels that's in the bottle, and if something like that, we toss it. We replace it. So, as far as milk jugs, you know, just depends. Sometimes we get a couple years out of them, as long as they're not being moved around a lot. But like I said, we flush ours every 4 months. Do you have to flush it every 4 months? No, you probably don't. We do. I mean, we fill it up with tap water. There's enough chemicals in tap water to keep a lot of algae from growing. It comes from the water treatment plants before you get your drinking water. The reason why they do that is so that the algae and stuff does not grow in the piping of the water supply. But again, you store them in climate regulated temperatures. You keep them out of direct sunlight. I mean, we put them in shelves and cupboards, things like that. That was nice and dark, nice and cool. That's where we keep ours. Now, if we had a basement, we could store a lot more. But here in Florida, we have no basement. Alright. So, yes. So I'm about to start flushing every single one of these. It's an all-day event, guys. So, yeah. I'm always busy here. I practice what I preach. I wanted to show y'all this. Now, there's nothing wrong with using these 5-gallon buckets. These are 5-gallon buckets I picked up at Walmart. I think I got a Lowe's down there. And the lids too at Walmart. Alright, like I said, they get flushed out every 4 months. Look at that disgusting water. Actually, there's nothing wrong with that water. Alright, but we flush it. Now I'm definitely gonna have to flush that because I just put my hand in it. Anyway, every 4 months we flush our water. Alright, now me sticking my hand in that, I just contaminated that drinking water with the oils from my hand. So of course it's gonna have to be flushed anyway. When we store water, we are very sanitary when we do it. We wash out our jugs. All these jugs here, when we flush them, they get washed out, rinsed out. They get rinsed out twice. And then we refill them up, seal them up, and stack them. Alright guys, so that is our mess. I've got to get back in there and finish washing all those bottles out before my wife get home. If she come home right now and saw all that stuff there, should actually be very proud of me. She's actually very proud that I take our survival very serious. She's on board with it. When I do large projects like this, I mean, she knows when we flush out our systems and stuff. And I told her, hey, we need to do it this week. And she's all right, no problem. So she went to go do laundry, and I'm here filling up water bottles. All right, guys. Again, I appreciate every single one of y'all. For those that have newly subscribed, I hope that you're able to go back to some of my other videos and learn some extra skills, little knowledge on some things. I don't know everything. I never claimed to. I just like to show you what we do here at the home. I'll talk about some experiences that I've had, and that's how we prep, off of my experience and the things that I learn. I learn a lot of other stuff from people right here on our channel. Our own community here has full of information. So to all you who have just recently subscribed, thank you so much. We really look forward to seeing more of you in our community. As far as commenting, things like that, there's actually a lot of great comments that float around. We get the occasional troll. Luckily though, most of our subscribers take care of them before I even get to get over there and take care of it. But yeah, thank you all for coming in, and I'll talk to y'all later.